So it's an officer that's always at HP.
It's somebody that works at HP that's also an officer.
Ooh.
So what I'm saying is, if anybody reports it, they're going to know that I told, because I'm the only person that they told. And I don't want to be like, snitching on people. I just want everybody to be careful.
Snow, I would like to give up my spot in the HP unit. I no longer want to be a part of that.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm getting out of HP unit. I'm not getting a part of that if there's a snitch over there.
Sorry, just on my patrol missions.
No, I don't, this stays between us. I told you guys just to be careful, not to go reporting nobody. I'm not going to tell anybody else that. But
All right, can you say if he's in a white jacket?
no,
No, he's not, or no, you can't say.
no, he's not in the white jacket.
Okay, so I still trust Mateo then.
No.
Mateo's sexy because he looks like me.
So what she's talking about, there's some very, very particular rules about, and you gotta like kind of look through the rules a little bit, but I mean, it's just one of those things.
All right, you know what? I'm not going to say names, but I'm going to tell y'all basically what's going on. So there is an officer that works at this location that obviously works in another account at the HP unit. He is in. Do what?
No, I was saying that's what you can do legally. You can actually have a 3 accounts on each server. So there's nothing.
So what he's doing is not. What he's doing is not technically illegal. Like what he's like him working in 2 different factions. Like there's nothing wrong with that. What they're basically getting at is while he is working at HP, he is taking body cam footage and then he's reporting it back to the medical like body. So what she's saying, watch your back, whatever. If you don't know who's in HP and what factions they work in different accounts, so therefore you're at HP and you do something wrong, or if a civilian's in there and does something wrong, the medical faction is reporting it to PD, and the PD is sanctioning whoever it is that's in PD or whatever.
Just know that as long you could have 3 accounts on a single area, but if you have more than 3, it's a ban. You can only have 3. But you can, but the rules are very clear that you can't have single player in a same faction. You can't have any type of single player in the same faction. You would have to have them in different factions, and you can't be a helper or a DFG or chief position with the other player. You can only have basically one DFG or chief player. So say you're DFG or chief in this server, you can't be DFG or chief in another server, or have another player with one of your accounts also be a chief for DFG. There can only be one. That is actually in the faction leadership guide rules, and in the administration leadership guide rules, it allows you to have the additional accounts. But you can't. But for me, say I was the one that I was in like HP and I was over here, I would have to send my video to somebody like Cordell instead of myself as a proper RP play role, as me RP and that other character. Because remember, there's no way to prove that person is a so-and-so without a third-party source, which is actually still breaking the rules. And other than that, there's rules against actually violating the RP rule because you're supposed to be looking at the player as if he's still a player of a different character. Even if you know who it is by voice or whatever, you can't actually say that's so and so because that's breaking the rules right there. That's breaking RP.
Yeah, pretty much.
So there's the rules actually do protect the player for doing those guidelines, but you have to follow the RP rules. It's the same reason why you see somebody's name above their head, but you can't actually know their name until you pull their driver's license out from them. That is the RP ruling of that. So that's why it's so complicated when it actually comes to those rules, because on the administrative side, there's actually no rule against it. As long as they don't have more than 3 characters in the same server or anything like that, on one, it says 3 characters on one device or basically the same server. So you could have yeah, there's just a lot to it, to be honest. But honestly, I had to literally spend a couple days like going through a full-on investigation over this stuff, and that's what I came up with.
It can be tricky, but I don't really care. Stuff like that doesn't bother me. I don't really give a shit. I just don't want nobody to get in trouble. That's all.
Yes, but I mean, my findings have actually been backed up by admins, higher up admins as well as responsible admins, from my understanding.
Yeah, no, that's right. You're just not supposed to report to yourself. Like I said, I don't give a shit personally, but
Like, it'd be a big no-no. Like, say if I was Cordell and me at the same time, and I was in the same exact room, but even if I was a different faction, I should not be in the same exact room as him. That's a big no-no.
Yeah, because basically what he's trying to get is like, let me enter the same person, and he's in medical faction, and he sees something happening, and then he sets that device down, then he grabs me, and he walks over here, and he handcuffs him, and then he walks out and does his proper RP stuff. According to this faction, that would be that'd be like controversy, basically. You couldn't do it.
So he can't be on 2 players at the same time in the same room, because then it becomes a metagaming breaking law. But the only people that can actually prove that is still admins, because admins have a way to actually look into your Discord file, and they could actually see who you're sending your body cam footage to as well when you link it.
yeah. Don't leave HP unit. Just don't talk.
He went to go talk.
No, I wasn't saying that to get nobody in trouble, by the way. No, I was just telling y'all as friends.
You have the most roundabout way of telling us things, Bree.
Because I don't be wanting to get nobody in trouble. Like, it just don't be that deep.
You that one person that says, I don't want to get nobody in trouble, but you know the person's doing this, like right there in front of them.
That's why I just told y'all. Just to be careful.
Somebody had chicken right here. I can smell it.
Not me. I got biscuit bombs.
All right. Is there any other questions that anybody else had?
Was there something else you need to say, Cordell?
No, I don't really have anything to say.